thina sithembele kuwe ngoba uwe ulithemba lethu ngoba thina sithembele kuwe ngoba uwe ulithemba lethu
with the people that others have written off and said they are nothing, they will never become anything. Our sense of being here to just give our people hope that it is not all lost. There are people who recognize you. There are people who are ready to give you the necessary support. So we know that it is the staff members at the lowest level who are confronted with this challenge of reassuring our children that they must never think very low of themselves. They must never think that there is something wrong with them. For because children have never taken a decision to come on earth, someone brought them here and they don't want to take responsibility for that. And children have got no responsibility to think there is something bad about them. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you. I'm speaking here, I know for a fact that this institution, Elkana, will produce doctors, will produce prosecutors, will produce the best members of society who are going to live here and go back to the community and fight drugs, and fight unemployment, fight rape and child abuse, because you would have learned from the best teachers and leaders of this institution that we can coexist with each other without harming one another. So we are not just here only to celebrate, but to bring this institution to light, to the attention of the whole country. Because now people are going to ask, why did the EFF go there? What is this institution? And out of their own goodwill, start making contribution towards the success of this institution. Because the director says where we are now, there should be a building where a lot of more others can come here, the courts can refer them here, so that we can help them and deal with social ills of our society. Only through the well-wishers will be able to achieve the director's dream. But we cannot achieve it if this school is not exposed to the world and exposed to the country, that there are children who need help of those who can intervene. So we are really appreciating. We have a problem of drugs in this country, a problem of drugs in this province, and only community members who can come together and hold hands and say this will never destroy our children in our presence. Only the will can stand up and say we are going to expose corrupt police who are allowing drugs in our communities. Because no one commits crime unless it's a petty crime of stealing bread. But no one commits crime of drugs, and no one commits serious crimes without police involvement. The crimes are thriving in our community and in our society because police have allowed it to be. If we get the buy-in of the police, we have the most sophisticated police in South Africa, better than many other countries. That's why if they want and they are not involved, there is no criminal who can survive the long arm of the law. So police can do it if they want, but the corruption that is now in the police force undermines the fight against the drugs, and the political willingness can uproot corruption in the police force. The unemployment is another problem. We bring kids here, we help them, rehabilitate them. When we integrate them into society, there are no jobs. And as a not only jobs, worse, sporting facilities. There are no playgrounds, have been hijacked by Nyaupe boys. There are no gymnastics or anything of that sort because the municipality has neglected those. We want to take them back to society that is functional so they can make a contribution. So we have a problem of unemployment which must be resolved. We have a problem of the rape and sexual abuse and GBV to a point where we no longer even trust the church. Imagine if we were to talk about Elkana. Elkana must be the safest place because there is no longer a safe place for children. You get all of these nonsensical things even in the church, that the pastor is going through a court because he has raped church members and all of that. We want the safest place, and we want this place to be one of the safest places so we can teach the world out there that we still have people with a good heart who will never take advantage of children, who know that the children are the future of this country. If you corrupt them at an early age, you will have a corrupt society. Because the future is not what we get there. The future is what we make of it today. And if we corrupt these children now, you must know we have corrupted the future. All of us are still roaming the streets with the morals impacted on us by our parents. You know that this is not done, this is done. But if children in institutions like this come here to get help, they are made worse, then you should know they are going to become that which we teach them. But our choosing of this place was because the ground forces of the EFF and the branches have said, this is a place where our children are safe, they are clean, they are fed, and their mannerism is a reflection of their teachers and the management. People who conduct themselves in a manner they are doing need our support so that they are not discouraged. Because some people say, anyway, they are not my children. But there is no such attitude here in Elkana about this place not being my children. We really are appreciating this, and we are here to celebrate that. So 10 years of the EFF, it's a 10 years we share with the poor of the poorest. It's a 10 years that we share with orphans. It's a 10 years that we share with elderly people. We're moving from one province to the other. From here we're going to the other provinces. In other provinces, it will be elderly people who are rejected by their own. Because when you become old, you become a child. You need someone to take care of you. Their own children have rejected them. They've chased them out of the houses. We are going there to say to them, we still care. And by caring for those elderly people, we're teaching their children that they are not rejects. You can still take care of them so that we coexist with our elderly people. So we could not have chosen any other place except here, where we find the special children who are made and served as special people in our society. We really thank you for that. We brought with us here different types of gifts. The management will take them to the rightful people to make sure that everyone who deserves to get must get. We also brought gifts for staff members, because we must not forget that these children have someone looking after them. So we brought also for our staff members, and will be living here as a laying of foundation for the building that they want to build here. 100,000 cash that will be given to the management to make sure that the dream comes through. When the director who has worked here for 11 years says, I've got this dream, we have to make sure her dream is realized. So our 100,000 is the foundation, because if you don't dig the foundation, you will never build. You must dig the foundation so that it haunts you, it troubles you to go and look for the roof, for the wall plates, for all of that. Let the dream be realized in our lifetime. Happy birthday, EFF, happy birthday. Thank you very much, thank you.
Don't go too far, President. We are going to call on the officials of the EFF with the institution management. And you know, the one thing that is very powerful about this institution is led by women. Can you give them another round of applause?
Vela wena, 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 au vela wena, 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 ungova thina sithembele ku, ngoba uwe ulithemba lethu, ngoba thina sithembele ku, ngoba uwe ulithemba lethu, awuvela wena wemalema, awuvela wemalema, siboni langa lephuma liyoshona, boze ube nini wemalema, siboni langa lephuma liyoshona, boze ube nini wemalema, awuvela Vela wena wemalema, awuvela wena wemalema, siboni nganga lephuma liyoshona, boze ube nini wemalema, siboni langa lephuma liyoshona, boze ube nini wemalema, awuvela wena wemalema, vela wena wemalema, uRamaphosa ubulala abantu, boze ube nini wemalema, uRamaphosa ubulala abantu, boze ube nini wemalema.